Back to the daily grind. The channel's getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Let's get to the MMA news. Your Majesty, Angela Magana's coming out and she's back on that bullshit. Let's get it. You know how many people fucking hate this chick? But it's funny because you know what she reminds me of? The WWF or the WWE. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You know why? Because the UFC is moving a lot more away from the sport and more into the entertainment world. Now, before I get into this Angela Magana shit and her reminding me of UFC, I want to say this. I don't want the UFC to go all the way to fucking entertainment and start fucking setting up fake fights and fake fucking wins and fake losses. That will be the day I stop watching. But with that being said, Angela Magana does remind me of someone from the WWE or the WWF for the simple fact that she is very entertaining, very polarizing. You either hate this chick or you kind of like this chick. And I started off fucking hating her a little bit because of the way she handled the Chris Cyborg situation. But with this and her last stunt where she challenged Alexandra Albu to a twerk-off, which just brought light to Alexandra Albu's assets, which was fucking fine by me. I'm fine if you want to. Now, don't challenge Cyborg on Twitter and then call the cops when you get punched in the face. But you can challenge any female in the world to a twerk-off and go ahead and let me know when you motherfuckers have the competition. I'll be a judge. With that being said, though, she's coming out now and she's replying to a fan. She said, shut up. Hold on, let me get the exact shit she said. I know. She said, shut up before I fuck your dad and make you my stepdaughter. Because somebody said FBI equals fucking bitch idiot. Your daughter calls you what we do. They were clowning Angela Magana. You know, a lot of people don't like her. She's known as a snitch to some people because she was punched in the face by Chris Cyborg at the UFC Performance Institute at the Athletes Retreat and for talking shit on Twitter. So people were saying, hell no, you can't get punched in the face for talking shit and then call the cops, especially if you're a fighter. It's not like Angela Magana's just a fucking pedestrian out in these streets. She's a fighter talking shit on another fighter. Fighter ran up on her and she didn't want to fight. So a lot of people started calling her a snitch, a pussy, a bitch. Every word you can think of that's bad, Angela Magana's probably been called it. And she's played into it. That's the cold part. I like the troll. She played into it. She was responding to people on Twitter. Oh, it was so funny. So, I mean, I think that was you can't do that, you know, be a fighter, talk shit on a fighter, and then fucking, and this is the problem. This is the problem. It's not just about how it happened, because no, assault's not, as a fighter, you shouldn't be able to walk up on somebody and fucking punch them and not, you know, deal with repercussions. It's not the Wild Wild West. But this is what happened in that exact scenario explained by Chris Weidman and others. Chris Cyborg wasn't going to punch her in the fucking face. She was just confronting her like, hey, bitch, you were talking all that shit on Twitter. Why don't you say it to my face? Angela Magana was quiet as a mouse. She wasn't wanting no smoke. But then Angela Magana started seeing the cameras coming and people pulling their phones out. And she got in Cyborg's face, you know, pretty much like, fuck you. You can't tell me nothing. Ha, ha, ha. And that's not what you do when there's somebody wanting to beat your ass right in your face, because they're probably going to fucking get one off. And that's what happened. Chris Cyborg bombed on her ass, and she took some heat for that. It kind of, you know, a lot of people didn't like Chris Cyborg, called her cheater, man, all this stupid shit. But this kind of turned Cyborg back into the good chick because she put her hands on the snitch, as people are calling her, the FBI, the fucking bitch idiot, you know, FBI. That was a pretty lame diss, I'm not gonna lie. Fucking bitch idiot equals FBI. I can come up with something off the fucking top of my head, I'm sure. Fucking full-blown informant. Boom, what the hell? I literally just came up with that. Full-blown informant. Full-blown idiot. Fucking bitch informant. I mean, you're calling her the FBI, so you're reacting to the fact that she was gonna call the cops on Chris Cyborg. So it seems like that I's gotta be informant. Alright, I'm gonna stop nitpicking on that diss, even though mine was better. I'm sure she didn't spend all day thinking about her diss, but neither did I. It was off the top of my head. With that being said, fucking bitch idiot FBI responded, shut up before I fuck your dad and make you my stepdaughter, and I swear that comeback was way better than the diss. That was really good. Now, I will say I still want to see the fucking twerk off, because that's another thing you can't do. It's kind of like the same situation. You can't challenge Chris Cyborg and then back down. You can't challenge Alexandra Albu to a twerk off and then back down. So one of these girls needs to fucking get this twerk off started. You get round 1, you go first. You get round 2, you go first. So this is what needs to happen after this video, because you know what? You can't just skip past that twerk off. I'm not fine with that. That'll be the second challenge you backed out of, and I'm trying to become a fan of Angela Magana for some reason. I don't know if it's for the entertainment. I don't know if it's because I enjoyed this diss, or if it's because I want to see the twerk off. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying you can't back down out of 2 challenges. The world gave you a pass on the Chris Cyborg incident. We didn't actually hold you to the fire, and we're not calling to see you fight Chris Cyborg. It's got nothing to do with the weight difference. I'm just saying we gave you a pass there, so now we need to see you actually deliver on a challenge. You challenged Alexandra Albu, you challenged Chris Cyborg, and we want to see you versus Alexandra Albu in the twerk off. Because who really wants to see Chris Cyborg demolish this chick? We all know it would happen. I mean, I'm sure some people are like, I want to see it, but that's just because you're fucking cruel. Who wants to see fucking Chris Cyborg's big ass demolish a 115-pounder? With that being said, maybe she can redeem herself in a twerk off versus Alexandra Albu. I know I'll be watching, and just like Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather was hated by a lot of people, including in his own boxing community, just like Angela Magana, hated by a lot of people, including in her own MMA community. But if you take on a challenge that people want to see you win, then maybe you can turn us fans back onto your good side. Just like Floyd Mayweather, people wanted to see him defend boxing's legacy, and he did it. So boxers like, alright Mayweather, you good with us, even though you beat a couple bitches allegedly. But with that being said, it is what it is. To all my haters, shut the fuck up before I come fuck your dad and make you my stepson or stepdaughter. You let the haters know what the fuck you time at in the comments. I'm out. It's okay. P.S. I just got off of work late and shit, so I'm pretty fucking tired. This might be the only video I'm able to get out tonight, but you know what it is. Tomorrow when I wake up, it's back to the daily grind. Fuck you, Tab Matt, dude.